Welcome back. The program is Africa Today right here on NBC, your #1 African TV station. We're taking our attention now on to Argentina. Argentina orders sailors to evacuate Libertad ship seized by Ghana. They're saying that they owe them so much money. And it's unbelievable, like, oh, really? Ghana? I didn't know that you can go that far. It's the first time I'm hearing an African country going to this extent. What are your thoughts? And also, how is this going to pay out? And two, is it going to be, how is going to challenge their relationship? Because most of the African countries try to make sure they have good relations with their foreign counterparts. I'm not too comfortable with this one.
Let me quickly correct something. They do not owe Ghana nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They owe a third party, which is an American
subsidiary company.
Subsidiary. All right. Well, Ghana is used now just like a bait to capture the Argentinian
sailors.
ship.
Yeah.
And they went straight to court to say, you don't pay our money, we are not going away.
We are not releasing the ship.
So you like to take it from there?
Yeah, no, but I think that part of it is because, of course, Argentina is actually, it owes about the company
$300 million,
right? And the company is asking for just 20 million just so that the ship will be released. But let me actually say that the update is that as of today, the ship actually left Ghana.
What about the money?
I don't know what exactly happened. Maybe there was some level of a negotiation somewhere. But let me go back. I think that Argentina actually has is notorious for not paying its debts, because the country has actually defaulted in loans of about $100 billion.
Okay.
Yeah. So this company wanted to make a statement. I mean, the subsidiary company, which is what NML Capital, right? Wanted to make a statement. Obviously, the government or the officials in Argentina are not too pleased about that. So they wanted the ship to be released. But the company started, because they were able to get a court order to keep those individuals there. The sailors had been released, actually.
They had like over 300.
Yeah, but they kept the captain and a few other individuals out there. But I'm told that as of actually today, the ship left.
But now my thing is, why wait from 2001 till now for it to accumulate 300 million? That is too much of an amount.
Yeah.
And like Funcho, you said
Agreements.
that Ghana being used as a bait. I don't think it's a good thing.
It wasn't like they singled Ghana out as a bait. They played into the headphones folks, the NML people. They played into their hands. And unfortunately, it happened to have been in Ghana.
Yeah.
All right? You could have been somewhere else. You could have been in the Congo or Rwanda.
Okay, so that's it on Argentina and Ghana. Now let's move over to South Africa. South Africa right now is mourning of Khumalo, apartheid photographer. And I want to say this: back in the days of apartheid, all the the things we were seeing, the pictures coming out of South Africa, were coming because of this gentleman.
This gentleman.
Because of it wasn't coming out because UN was there saying that you can't do this, or Amnesty was saying that you can't treat black people this way, because of all the negativity that was going on in South Africa. He was finding a way of showing them to the whole world to draw attention to the way black people were being treated in South Africa. So right now, they are mourning him. And he was 83 years old, a good old age.
Let me give you a quick scenario that will make people recognize what the gentleman did during those horrible days. You pick up a newspaper on the street or newsstand, and you leaf through, you see headlines, you leaf through. Ordinarily, most people, I'm sure most people, but me for that matter, if I pick up a newspaper, irrespective of the headline, I go on flipping, and when you see me pause,
right,
what will make me pause the most is the picture. Because the picture tells a whole lot of story. And with all the stories that we have from South Africa then, without pictures, it wouldn't sink. This guy was one single person that did a whole lot of that picture, shooting pictures. Indeed, when the South African apartheid government saw that his pictures were having effects on the world, the rest of the world, they started harassing him.
Because he was
Only
putting
that
too much out,
too
that they
much.
were not,
Yeah.
they were very uncomfortable
So
with that.
he didn't then say, okay, I don't want to go to jail, I'll stop it, but he went on fighting with what he had, his camera.
Yeah.
Great
And
guy.
Gordon, what do you want to touch
No,
on?
I think Alf is a warrior. I think he's a warrior. He's an activist, and you know there are some people who tell stories with textual evidence and all other things. Journalists write stories, authors write stories, and all that. And he actually told a story with all these pictures.
Yeah.
So he has a pictorial account of everything that happened. And these are people that we have to cherish, you know, out there. It's sad that, you know, we lost him. I mean, he was 83.
83.
He probably, you know, lived
Lived a
a
good
very
life.
fulfilling, good
Fulfilled
life.
life, yeah.
So I think that we have to celebrate him
Yeah.
instead of mourning him, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, basically, I think that's what we need to do. But I think that for me, he's a historian, he's a warrior, he's an activist because of all the things that he did.
And Thabo Mbeki said this about, he said one of, Khumalo was one of South Africa's eminent historians.
Yeah.
Because after they showing the pictures of
Yeah.
the Soweto uprising in 1976 and the state of emergency in the 80s, and when everything was over, Nelson Mandela came to power. He went to school to teach.
Yeah.
Yeah, to teach.
So you can he's done so
He went
much
to teach.
for
He
South
actually captured some
Africa.
major events.
Mhm.
He captured Mandela's wedding to Winnie
Yes.
and all that. So again,
So he's been around
know,
for a pretty
I
long
mean,
time.
historians. I mean, traditional conceptions of historian. I mean, well, you have people writing books, writing newspaper articles, and all that. But this guy actually told stories with pictures
In
and all that.
pictures.
And they are the ones that really make an impression on us.
Yeah.
But just as you said, you
Once
read
you
a
see the
story, look at the
picture.
picture,
Yeah.
and then you look at, you know, you see that he was actually present over there.
Now let's touch on entertainment. Last week, a few of you were quite busy. I guess I wasn't busy, right? I wasn't
Where were
doing
you?
anything.
I mean, she missed it, right?
She did.
Yeah, she missed
Yeah,
it.
trying to do too many things at one time, I guess, is not a pretty good idea, but we will come to that. But Nollywood competes with best films in England. Nigerian actress, and I hope I get this right, Omotola Jolade Ikinde, is it right?
That's cool.
Plays the role of a young lady by name Amina with mental health issues. And, you know, mental diseases are something that majority of the community try to shy away from for one reason or the other. I remember a few weeks back, Funsho, you gave an example of an institution that they have in Nigeria that do go all the way out to take care of people with mental issues. Why is it so terrible that we don't talk about it? That person has got a mental disease. What kind of mental disease, we don't know. But once it comes out that there is something wrong a little bit, no one is coming close to you.
Because I think it's lack of knowledge. If you look at what is going on in Illinois right now, in Chicago, a young House rep, congressman is ill,
Jesse Jackson Jr.
you know, and you find that despite what he's going through, people are still celebrating him, they're still talking about his good works and all of that. And a number of folks in the political world in America take time out to go and see him, they take pictures, but back home, what will happen is you'll find people running away from this man. So it's not only when it is mental illness, it's generally speaking what people are not that they're not
It's
used
like
to
what
it.
you don't know, you shy away from, right?
Yeah,
The
and-
fear of the
I
unknown.
mean, but there's a specific situation with mental disease, mental health as well. The stigma. You know, we talked about this about a week or two ago.
Right.
The stigma associated with that,
It is a
because
stigma.
when a family member of yours has a mental disease, you know, society tends to frown on that individual and the family as well. So I mean, everyone wants to obviously
tongues
shy
start
away
wagging
from.
about the family too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there may be it's something that is inherent or a hereditary condition within
As
the
a matter of
family.
fact, you don't want to marry into your family.
Yeah, because
But what we need is this education.
Right.
yeah.
Education. And then awareness, you know, meaning parents should be aware from when their kids are growing up.
Mhm.
Most of these could be something they will have taken care of when,
If they have watched it.
if they had known early. It's just like cancer. Cancer will have been nipped at the bud. For some people, they'll be fine. But then, when you do not discover on time, and it grows all over the system, and it's too late, that's when it becomes really bad. And people are not kind in that
Let
part
me
of the
ask you
world.
this really quickly. We're going to take a break, but do you think there are always warning signs
For
with mental issues?
Oh yes, I'm not a physician, but I do know. Yeah, there are.
Right,
Yeah.
like you said, we need to watch our loved ones
Yeah.
really carefully.
Yeah.
We're taking a short break. We'll be right back.